the labyrinth of life, where shadows of lethargy and idleness lurk, the Stoic soul stands resilient, an unwavering fortress against the seductive whispers of sloth. When the siren call of laziness beckons, we, disciples of ancient wisdom, find solace and strength in the timeless teachings of Stoicism. The Stoic soul knows 8 principles to find strength in the face of laziness. In the echo of Marcus Aurelius' Stoic echoes, we grasp the notion that our minds, like unruly steeds, need reins and discipline. Very little is needed to make a happy life, it is all within yourself, in your way of thinking, he muses. Our minds, the architects of our destiny, must be sculpted with the chisel of self-discipline. As the dark clouds of indolence gather, Seneca's words echo through the corridors of time. It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. In the gloom of inertia, we recognize that time, the most precious currency of existence, slips away like sand through our fingers. The Stoic soul seizes each moment, understanding that idleness is the thief of purpose. Imagine, if you will, the ancient Stoic philosophers standing shoulder to shoulder with us, whispering words of encouragement as we navigate the labyrinth of laziness. Zeno, Epictetus, and Seneca, the venerable mentors in the school of virtue, beckon us to embrace our inner citadel, impervious to the siege of inertia. Embrace the discomfort, for in discomfort lies the crucible of resilience. The Stoic soul does not cower in the face of discomfort, rather, it embraces it as the forge wherein strength is forged. He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who is alive, Seneca reminds us. In the shadow of laziness, we find the crucible of our metal. Picture the Stoic as a sculptor of the soul, chiseling away the excess, leaving only the statue of virtue. Epictetus, the slave-turned-philosopher, bids us to remember that we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. In the face of lethargy, we choose fortitude. When the weight of idleness bears down upon our shoulders, remember the words of Epictetus, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. The Stoic soul listens to the whispers of wisdom, silencing the cacophony of procrastination. In the grand tapestry of existence, laziness is but a thread, easily unraveled by the hands of discipline. As we walk the path of Stoicism, we walk with the ancients, guided by the wisdom that transcends time and circumstance. In the echo of their words, we find the strength to rise above the siren call of laziness. The Stoic soul is a beacon in the darkness, a testament to the indomitable spirit within us all. As we navigate the labyrinth, let the wisdom of Stoicism be our compass, guiding us towards the shores of self-control and fortitude. The shadows may linger, but the Stoic soul remains unyielding, a testament to the enduring power of ancient wisdom. In the crucible of the Stoic mindset, we find the alchemy of transformation. When the lethargy threatens to envelop us, we draw inspiration from the Stoic legends who faced adversity with unwavering resolve. Picture Cato the Younger, a paragon of virtue, who chose death over submitting to tyranny. His Stoic spirit reverberates through the ages, challenging us to stand firm in the face of our own internal struggles. Consider the Stoic principle of amor fati, the love of fate. As we confront the inertia within, we must embrace our circumstances, recognizing them as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. The Stoic soul does not merely endure, it flourishes amidst challenges, much like a resilient plant thriving in rocky soil. In the garden of our minds, let us sow the seeds of discipline and virtue. As Epictetus wisely notes, we cannot be present and run at the same time. The Stoic soul, anchored in the present moment, does not succumb to the paralysis of procrastination. Instead, it takes deliberate steps forward, each stride a testament to the mastery of one's own destiny. The Stoic journey is not a solitary one, it's a shared odyssey of collective strength. Draw strength from the philosophical fellowship that transcends time and space. Imagine standing with your fellow Stoics, a united front against the encroaching shadows of idleness. Seneca's proclamation, true happiness is, to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future, becomes a rallying cry for our collective resolve. As we traverse the labyrinth of laziness, let the Stoic ethos be a lantern illuminating the path to self-mastery. Picture yourself as a Stoic warrior, armed not with weapons but with the wisdom of ancient philosophy. In the arena of the mind, where the battle against inertia is waged, let the Stoic virtues be your armor. The journey is arduous, yet the reward is profound, the tranquility that comes from mastering oneself. The Stoic soul, unburdened by the shackles of laziness, emerges as a beacon of inspiration for others navigating their own labyrinth. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, very little is needed to make a happy life, it is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. In the tapestry of existence, where the threads of our choices weave the narrative of our lives, the Stoic soul continues its journey. As we delve deeper into the labyrinth of self-mastery, let us explore the profound teachings that Stoicism offers in the quest to overcome destructive emotions. The shadows of laziness, where the mind is tempted to surrender to the ease of inertia, recall the words of Zeno, the founder of Stoicism: well-being is attained by little and little, and nevertheless is no little thing itself. The Stoic soul recognizes that the path to greatness is paved with small, deliberate actions. A step towards discipline, a stride towards virtue, each moment of resistance accumulates into a formidable force against the encroaching lethargy. Reflect upon the Stoic concept of the dichotomy of control. Epictetus, the slave philosopher, imparts the wisdom that some things are within our control, while others are not. Laziness, a manifestation of the mind's resistance to exert effort, lies within the realm of our control. In this realization, the Stoic soul grasps the reins of its own destiny, steering away from the cliffs of complacency. Imagine Seneca, the sage of Stoicism, standing beside you in the labyrinth. He suffers more than necessary. Who suffers before it is necessary, he whispers. In the face of laziness, the Stoic soul refrains from needless suffering, understanding that the pain of discipline is fleeting compared to the lasting regret born of inaction. Consider the Stoic practice of negative visualization, a technique where one contemplates the potential loss of what they hold dear. In the realm of laziness, envision the barren landscape of a life left unfulfilled due to the shackles of indolence. The Stoic soul, stirred by this mental exercise, emerges with a renewed vigor to cast off the chains that threaten its potential. As we traverse the labyrinth, let the words of the Stoics echo in our minds like ancient hymns of resilience. Stoicism, more than a philosophy, becomes a way of life, a life where the pursuit of virtue stands as a bulwark against the tide of destructive emotions. Picture the Stoic as a master sculptor of the psyche, chiseling away the marble of vice to reveal the masterpiece of virtue beneath. With each stroke of the chisel, the Stoic soul becomes a living testament to the transformative power of self-control. In the grand symphony of existence, let the Stoic ethos be a melody that resonates within. The labyrinth of laziness may be intricate, but the Stoic soul, armed with wisdom, marches forward with a quiet determination. Strive, then, towards the inner citadel where the flames of resilience and fortitude burn brightly, dispelling the darkness of laziness. In the profound depths of Stoic philosophy, we find not just wisdom but a practical guide for navigating the labyrinth of laziness and overcoming destructive emotions. As we conclude our journey through the echoes of ancient teachings, let's distill the essence into implementable steps, forging a path towards self-control and fortitude. Recognize the power within. Embrace the Stoic notion that true happiness and fulfillment reside within yourself. Understand that the ability to overcome laziness is not an external force but an internal strength waiting to be harnessed. Take small, deliberate actions. Follow Zeno's wisdom that well-being is achieved by little and little. Break down daunting tasks into manageable steps. Each small action contributes to the larger journey, gradually building the resilience needed to face laziness. Dichotomy of control. Internalize the Stoic concept that some things are within your control, and others are not. Laziness lies within the realm of your control. Choose to direct your efforts toward things you can influence, steering away from the futile struggle against external forces. Negative visualization. Engage in the Stoic practice of negative visualization. Contemplate the potential consequences of succumbing to laziness, the unfulfilled life, missed opportunities, and unrealized potential. Let this mental exercise ignite a sense of urgency and determination to break free from inertia. Amor fati, love your fate. Embrace the Stoic principle of loving your fate. View challenges, including the temptation of laziness, as opportunities for growth. Transform adversity into a catalyst for resilience, understanding that each obstacle is a chance to sculpt the virtue within. Practice mindful presentness, echoing the words of Epictetus, recognize that you cannot be present and run at the same time. Anchor yourself in the present moment, focusing on the task at hand. By cultivating mindfulness, you enhance your ability to resist the pull of procrastination. Foster a Stoic community. Imagine yourself surrounded by fellow Stoics in the labyrinth. Seek support and inspiration from a community that shares the journey. The collective strength of like-minded individuals fortifies your resolve and serves as a reminder that you are not alone in the pursuit of self-mastery. Conclude each day reflectively. As Seneca encourages, conclude each day with reflective introspection. Assess your actions, victories, and shortcomings. Acknowledge the strides taken against laziness and identify areas for improvement. Let each day be a step closer to the Stoic ideal. As you embark on this Stoic journey, remember that it is not about perfection but progress. Implement these steps with steadfast determination, and let the ancient philosophy of Stoicism be your guiding light. In the symphony of existence, may the melody of discipline and fortitude resonate, leading you to the inner citadel where the flames of resilience burn brightly, dispelling the shadows of laziness. Strive, persist, and emerge victorious in the pursuit of a life well lived.